welcome. I hope that people are still here. I have no idea. And we're going to get going on some really fun different candles that we're making. Finn has taken this opportunity. Finn has set all of this up, so I might be a little discombobulated as to where everything is. The first thing we're going to do, so this is our Victorian kit. This kit comes with or without, it comes with 12 jars, so you can make a lot of candles with it. It comes with or without a pour pot. That's two separate things you can order. It comes with enough scent to do 12 of these with the lids and all that kind of fun stuff. So now some people are like, well, you know, that's great and everything. I've done that, but now I want to do more. I still have the jars. I want to play around with them. What else can I do? And you can do so much. It really, there's no limits just about on what you can do with these. And so we came up with just a few ideas. Things that are not included in the kit that would have to be purchased separately. We do have a link in our bio that can get us to the actual website where we have so much stuff. And so as I'm going along, I'll try to remind you what we're doing and what I'm using, as that would probably be helpful as well. Right now, Finn has pre-created some scents, and she's used the Orange Team Crumpets for us. This is a wonderful, very strikingly orange scent with that tea smell, so it's not just orange. There's obviously a nice tea, and then the crumpets is just. When I was naming it, I just wanted to come up because it's just a little bit of bakery. It's not a lot of bakery, so I thought a crumpet, from what I've experienced with a crumpet, was just a little bit of buttery, a little bit of something something. It's not like a whole cake or anything like that. So very strong too. This one is at least a 4 times concentrate from what everybody else has on the market. We use this one, I wouldn't use this one at more than like 0.6 ounces per pound of wax. I don't know if it's soap safe or not, quite honestly.
I don't know off the top of my head.
It is 3%, so yeah, you could do this one in soap. We do have all this like right on our label. We even have like what our usage is in 464 to make that easy for everyone. And again, what we use may be a little different than what you use depending on your wax and your own preferences. Different waxes will throw scents more or less, and so it's really going to be up to you. We have some people that go down to 1% for usage. We have other people that go up a little bit. If you go up too much with our scents, you're going to change the actual scent. So you do want to be careful because we do have these made to work at this low of amount. We just take out all the solvents and all the extra junk. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do that I thought would be fun would be to create a diagonal. And so
we do 2 comments really quick if you want before.
Yeah, sure.
Dolly Farms said, I can't wait to make an order with you. We're very excited about that. I watch your account all the time. So I'll look forward to seeing us on there. And then Carissa said she loves the jars. They make pretty candles. So thank you. I think they are very pretty.
They're utilitarian, but they're still like one of the most adorable canning jars I think that I've found. And you can do so much with them. So thank you so much. Okay, so I don't know why I'm playing with the wick right this second because we're going to change the wick as we go. Okay, so I said we're making a diagonal candle. These do hold about 6 ounces of wax. And so to make a diagonal, I think what I'll do is should I do different colors of wax, or should I just kind of do an ombre effect, like where we're working on it? But in a diagonal, and so I can just do one color and just change the colors. So I think I'll do that. And so
that sounds good.
In the kit, we do give the 3 primary colors, and these are our flutter dyes. And with flutter dyes, you can make every color in the world, and they're shaped like little butterflies. If we haven't told you this before, we make these in store. We make these on hand, and then a portion of the profits goes to support endangered butterfly habitat. We specifically support the Sand County Foundation. They're doing tremendous work on restoring the endangered Carnaby butterflies. They're working with local farmers and they're putting together little areas that the Carners can find food because their only food source is the wood. So I could go into so much more of that. For me, it's very near and dear to my heart. Anything ecological is important, and it all goes together. It's not like, okay, you're just going to save one species. No, what's good for one species is good for all. Okay, I'm doing the whole soapbox thing. All right, 6 ounces of wax. We're back to that. And I have to make sure I don't mix my gel wax because that's 464. I think we could do red. We could do an orange orange red, and then we could get to orange. I think that could work.
That'd be really cool.
No, we couldn't because I'm not adding more wax, which would change the color. If I'm
Okay.
just doing the color,
I can wipe it out.
Nope, don't worry, I'll figure it out. Okay, here, I'll take that. I think what I'll do is maybe I'll just do 3 ounces. And I'll do 3 ounces in just red. I think that'll work. Okay, so handy dandy little scale. And oh no. Oh, and I just changed the wax. We didn't reheat this. Put this in back. Okay, let's get a temperature on that. We have one outlet right now working, and I didn't put more together, and so I thought I'd remember, and then so I unplugged it to just heat up the other one because we just needed to make a few things. We don't really need that one. And I forgot to reheat this one, and this is obviously not warm enough, but it was warm enough. So the important thing about making candles is you initially have to get the temperature up high enough. What that does is it breaks the molecular structure apart so that any scent that you're adding can incorporate correctly. If you basically just melt the wax and it doesn't get warm enough, it's still moving around. So this is a molecule and this is a molecule, and it's still moving around, so it looks liquidy, but the scent can't get in between it. So you really need to get the wax hot enough. But like I said, this wax was hot enough. So as long as it can melt the dye, it should be able to incorporate the scent properly because it's still dancing around like this. Once it gets hot enough, it breaks those molecules apart and
Yeah.
and it dances around like this, and so it takes it a while before they rejoin together. And so when they rejoin together, they're sandwiching the scent in there, and so it's kind of like bricks and mortar, where you're putting the scent in the mortar. It's not actually forming a true bond with it, and so then when it gets warmed up, it breaks apart, and that's when your scent gets released. It doesn't come up through the wick. I know people see. I keep thinking everybody's heard me, but not everybody has, so I'm going to keep saying it apparently.
And if you guys have any questions, we do have a screen over here so you can read them. So feel free to put them in the chat and we'll answer them as we can.
Fire away. Yeah, now this got all the way down to 125. I'm going to let this heat up really quickly. Really quickly. So we use really old equipment. And with these Presto pots, they are absolutely great for melting wax. But I never, ever touch the little dial. It is the most finicky thing in the world. Once you get it right, and it doesn't like scorch your wax, or it doesn't like keep it too cool, once you get that right setting, I never touch it again. What I'll do is I will unplug it. It's magnetized. I'll just take the magnet off instead of turning the dial, because, did I mention it's finicky? Yes. Alright, we're getting up to 150. It's going pretty fast. The other reason that I use a Presto pot is because it is actually an indirect heat source. So I know a lot of folks, especially when they're starting out, they're going to use double boilers. Double boilers are great, especially when you don't know if candle making is what you want to keep on doing it. The second you figure out that candle making is what you want to do, get one of these. So it's a Presto kitchen kettle or an options pot. The options pot is a little bit bigger. It holds about 8 pounds of wax. The kitchen kettle holds about 6 or 7. But again, indirect heat source, you can melt all your wax down in this one, and then you can take small portions out to do many different things. And when you're done with it, unhook it, and you can put it away right in the pot, the wax. You put the wax right away right in the pot, let it cool down, and you are ready to go again. So yes. Alright, things I'm going to chant. Oh, that's another thing too. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you could like us and just keep tapping, like, it sounds so dumb, but if you keep tapping and showing the love, it puts it out to more people, and it really does help us out too. So that's always appreciated. So, okay, so right now, I'm going to do 3 ounces of wax. weighing up 3 ounces. And then for this one, that's 0.2 for 3 ounces. Ooh, I just changed it. Sorry about all the beeping. I do this every time. Okay. 2. Okay, and the way that I do my scents too is I do a direct weight on them. I don't put them in a little glass or something and then pour it in because there's something called cling, and you can actually lose, especially in larger amounts, you can lose a lot of your scent to cling. And so where you thought you were pouring in 0.2, you might only be getting like 0.18. And so that 0.02 is a lot in a small candle. If you're doing a large amount, it doesn't really matter as much. But again, I do the direct weight method. The other way you can do it is you can do the indirect weight method, where you can put the scent on the scale, tear it out, and go negative until it gets down to 0.2. Again, you're still pouring directly into a pot, so you do risk putting in too much. You can also use pipettes too. So you can do like the indirect method, put your scent on the scale with the pipette, lay it all out to 0. Zero it out. Then put your amount in your wax, put the pipette back in, and look at the measurements. So what you've taken out would then be the amount that you are actually using. And that way you don't risk putting in too much, especially for a small amount of things. Okay, this, as I'm sitting here, needs to now be stirred for 2 minutes. And because I've been letting it sit out now, it's getting cold and it's a really small amount. So in this, I only have that little bit of red that was in it. Should we put in a little more red, do you think?
Sure.
I do feel like we need a little more.
How much? Quarter?
It's only 3 ounces, so we need like basically just a little shading.
Okay.
The flutter dyes are pretty concentrated. You're going to use your hands. Red is evil. Red is the king of all evil, by the way.
Just this much.
And then those hands are going to get all red. It's okay. Did you get it in there? Oh, yeah, it is. Alright. Alright, how long do you keep 2 minutes? Because I didn't tell you.
One more little stir.
Alright, yeah. I don't want it to freeze up. Are there any questions or anything while I'm stirring?
Nothing right now. I don't know if you mentioned that we're doing all of these in like fall-esque colors. So
That would be fun.
a lot of them are all fall themed. We've got pumpkins and leaves and skulls and candy coming up. So you guys can stick around to see those.
Yeah. So one of the things when you're using a heat gun on wax, you'll notice that I tend to not point it straight in. When you're pointing heat into something, it can bounce back and destroy your heat gun. So you always want to keep it at an angle. I'm having a little bit of a problem right now because it was too cool to melt the dye. So, you know, I'm taking a chance. Okay, we're getting there. Put your finger. Heat guns can get up to 1,500 degrees. You never, ever, ever want to touch anyone with them, point them at anyone, hand them to someone, all that kind of good stuff. Alright, I'm going to start here. This is sad. Okay, so that is that part. Our scent has been going for about 2 minutes. We have the dye in there. Now we're going to create a diagram. So you need to find something to put your jar in.
I'll give a close-up.
Figure out how you want it to go. Now the problem is we don't want to hit the other parts of this candle. We don't want to get wax all over the place because even if it gets a little bit of a cling, it's going to totally change the look of the candle, which can be cute if it's what you're going for. But we're going to try to keep it as clean as possible. I'm right now running around trying to find something I forgot.
Here's all the toppers we have made up for later. Got some Bigfoot, some skulls, some candy, some pumpkins.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm going to use one of our pitchers. We actually ran this through the dishwasher. We use them all the time. Everything that I have, I pretty much have made in blue because I love blue. So we do sell these too, by the way. So like I was saying, we're going to put this in here. The problem is you can't really heat this up too much, and so you do have to work really, really fast with it because you do not want to aim a heat gun at this to rewarm it. When it's done, the extra wax can be washed out with soap and water, but in the meantime, you don't want to, you know, redo it. So what I do, just to get it warm enough before I put my small amount of wax in, is I will warm it with hot wax. And this is a pre-warming. I do this all the time, even with our aluminum and everything. And I want to use this little guy because of that nice long funnel head. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that I can get in there and create a nice clean candle. Okay, so I'm going to put my wax in here. And again, working kind of fast. All right, let's see how good I do. Ooh, yay. And also I'm using candle dyes. I'm not using micas in candles. Micas, while very pretty, are known to clog the wick. Okay, so I just want to go up to that point, I think.
Okay.
I think
that
that's a
looks good.
nice amount. And I will put that wick in there, keep that warm, and we will let that set up. So that'll be fun. I think I didn't make it very dark at all. I think that might be more of a pink, but you know what? I'm kind of
like
okay
pink
with that. Alright, keep that warm. And the plastic can withstand a little bit of heat. I mean, they do go into a hot dishwasher after all. So being on oh, this is a heat board. It's like just one of those warmers that people use to put out buffet stuff. It's really, really old and really, really beaten up. So that's why it looks a little different. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a stripe. So what Finn has already done is she has already poured our first stripe for the candle.
I'll actually come back to close up. Here's our first stripe.
And I'm guessing, did you pour cold or did you heat up the jar?
It was warm, I guess not warm enough.
Okay, yeah, because that's what's going to happen. So the interesting thing that you can do, and what we're going to do anyway, is we want to warm right. Okay, if you this is the important part. See the angle that I'm holding the heat gun at? It's like a 45-degree angle. And I'm moving it constantly because what you're trying to do is you want to warm and just start to melt that next layer. So, in the meantime, I'm going to get back to that. But I want to do a tiny little layer. Do you know about how much wax that was?
It was 1 ounce.
It was 1 ounce. Okay, I'm going to do another ounce. I'm going to take the red again while I'm doing it. I'm going to tear it out. Put it in ounces. Get an ounce. And tear it out. What color should we do for this one?
What if we did like a bright yellow?
Okay.
It'd be fun against the red, or we could do something
turn a little
softer.
orange.
Okay.
Because I'm using the one with red in it still.
Oh, okay. Or we could do like a pink then.
Well,
That
we
could
could
be
just leave
cute.
this color and see what we get then.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, that's easy.
that'd be fun.
Okay, well, while I'm doing this for 2 minutes, I'm going to heat this. Well, okay, should I not do this because now I'm just showing off? Because this is not what a lot of people, how they'd be able to do it. They generally have to put their heater scent first. Okay, do you see the color change on that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Looking through the camera.
That's perfect because it is starting to melt. And we don't really want it to melt, so you can wait a little second before putting this in. And that, my friends. Oh wow, my ounce is a lot bigger than your ounce. probably should have just looked at what I was doing. But that is a stripe. And you're not going to get a jump line the way I did it. Oh, yeah, that's why I was doing it that way. We don't want jump lines. Jump lines are nasty looking little white marks that you get on the candles. And so that is how you don't get a jump line. Soy is more forgiving than paraffins, but you can still get jump lines. And so see on this candle, these jump lines? That's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
We want a perfectly
striped. It's
candle.
funny, they look very similar in color on the phone, but in person they don't. Like the stripes in person look much more different.
Yeah, and
when it dries.
it's going to change a lot too. Okay, so that's how you do a striped candle without jump lines. What's the next thing that we want it to
We
be?
can pull some of these out of the molds.
Ooh, okay. Yay.
Maybe.
Okay, this was a pumpkin. So, and you'll notice that wax when you pour it. This was done, oh, just to tell people what we're doing. These were golden wax 464, the wax. That's what comes with the kit. The wicks would come with the kit as well. If you're unsure of what you need, if you're like reordering, we do have a chart somewhere.
I've got one right here, but there's a lot of wax on it. Is that all right?
It's a very low chart. So here's what we do, what we look at for the chart. And so orange tea and crumpets. Why can I not see? Oh my gosh. Okay. Orange tea and crumpets in the 464 would normally be a CDN8, but what we do is this is for a 3-inch diameter jar, and again, we would normally test this if we were selling it, but for our own purposes, we're just trying to get as close as possible. So for these are this is 2, wait, what is it? Well, I know we have to go down 3 sizes, so it's 3/4 of an inch less, so it's 2 1/4. These are about 2 1/4 inches. Every 1/4 of an inch change in diameter means we need to change it in a wick size. The higher up the wick sizes, they go in 2s. The lower down the wick sizes, they go in increments of 1s. And that's because the closer to the heat, the more drastic the change. So if it's a bigger wick, it's going to burn out further. So like, it's going to burn out further.
Yeah.
And so if it's a smaller wick, it's only meant to burn closer to the wick. And so the changes close to the wick are greater than the changes away from the wick, is the best that I can say it at. And so 3 sizes, if this were like a CDN12, 3 sizes would be 6 numbers. And then we'd end up with like a CDN6. But since this is starting at a CDN8, which is smaller, I would basically say that we'd go down 2 sizes to a CDN, that's 1 change, and then a CDN5, and then a CDN4 is probably what I would recommend for this.
Perfect.
Especially now that we have all of the wick sizes.
And did you mention that all this wick chart you can get on our website in the library tab? And to get to the website, there's a link in our bio. So you can find this for yourself if you're using our scents and our wax that we sell. And then we also got a question about these Bigfoot molds. Dolly Farms asked if we sell these Bigfoot molds, and we do.
Oh, we do.
And we love them.
Not only do we sell them, I had them made for us, so they are literally an exclusive to what we have. And I've lowered the price because we were able to reorder. So they are now a lower price. If you get 10, they're down to like $8.95 a piece. I know it seems like a lot for this little guy, but having something made for us does make it expensive. And so the more that we can reorder it, hopefully the more that I can lower it.
She said, awesome. She's fixing to make some Bigfoot soap for her husband.
And
Super
the thing
fun.
Is, be careful about when you're taking them out of the mold, because when you're nervous or not paying attention, you can break little parts off.
And Carissa said she loves the chart. I do too. I use it all the time because I never remember what wicks I'm supposed to be using.
Oh yeah. I don't even know, so you know, I got it. Oh my gosh, I broke that one too. I broke off his arm, I broke off his little everything.
I did pour them not too long ago, so maybe they just needed a little more time.
It happens to the best of us. Hey, look, we have a Bigfoot. So we won't have them in colors. So am I doing Bigfoot next? Anyway, no. Why am I even playing with the Bigfoot? Oh my gosh, I should have.
Well, we had the question about it.
Oh,
And Krista said she would love a coloring episode too. Yeah, this one is fun because we're using just the 3 that come with the kit. So just the primary colors. So all of these we just mixed to get the shades that we wanted. So it does feel kind of fun, like a art class.
Sorry.
Here.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That's a very good pumpkin color. On here it looks even like more vibrant of an orange.
Yay. Okay, I even got his little stem. And if we had
cute.
taken more time, like we could have totally have made the little stem in
In a different color.
No,
In a-
in green or
Yeah.
brown. And so what you would do is you would just put these little guys together and just rubber band it up like what you had seen, and then just take like generally like an eyedropper and just put a little bit down in that stem.
Thank you for saying they're awesome. We love these. And yeah, the pumpkin and the Bigfoot, look how good they look together.
Oh.
Here he
Right.
is. And the pumpkin is fun to make in different colors too.
Yeah. Finn's
Here's
been
some other
having
ones.
such a great time
have.
making them in like every color
This
imaginable.
is the unripe pumpkin.
Yeah, Finn comes in like, does this look gross? Does it look unripe? I'm like, well,
And this one we already have put a hole in it so that we could wick through it.
yeah, in case we're giving away our secrets.
Oh.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is these little owls are really great to poke through silicone molds. They're also great to stab things with that are made out of wax to put a little hole in it. So we're going to just put a little side hole, and you can drill down as far as you can, and then just reheat. And one of the reasons I really like it too is because I used to use just wick pins, and then I would burn myself because the wick pin is all metal. And I really have well, I wouldn't burn myself, I would burn other people because I'd be like, oh, just heat this up. I have no heat sensors left in my hands. So, yeah. Well, we just do this for a while, back and forth.
Yeah, it takes a long time. So we could use the
We could.
pre one.
Ta-da.
But as long as you're patient, it's a very easy process. I sometimes am impatient.
Well, yeah, it's easy to not be patient.
And it works too if you hold the pin just on a heat source, like if I was leaving it just on the warming table and then dipping it.
Oh, yeah, that's
if you
a
don't
good
have a
idea,
heat gun.
Or even if you have to use a double boiler, if you have a pot that you keep dry, you could put it in the pot and that would warm it up. I mean, that might take forever.
Yeah. Any way to get it hot.
Yeah.
And then one of the things that I've been doing with this too is if you take the mold and you just fill it up halfway,
Oh, I should have done that one.
well, it gives you like a flat pumpkin. So sometimes for a candle topper, if there's not as much space on the top of the jar and you don't want to put a full pumpkin, the half of a pumpkin looks cute too, because then it looks like it's coming out of the ground almost. So we'll show you that one.
Yeah.
If anyone was wondering why this mold was only halfway full, that is why. I can see if I can unrubber band
I
it.
think I'm there.
Yay.
Yep, I sure am.
Perfect.
Okay.
That didn't even take that long. I feel
really
like when I do it,
didn't.
it takes longer.
All right, let's look at this one. Ooh, that's rubber bands. A little crazy with the cheese whiz. Okay. Sorry. Look at that, so cute. Little half pumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because look at that. Like that would, you could put that in there and still fit it on the,
Yeah, still lit it. So another option is just to do a little half one instead.
nice.
So,
Okay, I'm just going to take one of our cute little candles here. Finn had just made these up this morning, so they're not necessarily, yeah, they're still a little bit squishy, and that is just dandy with it. Let's make sure I didn't make it too off-center, because you can go right down the pumpkin stem.
oh, cute.
Ah, so cute! Oh my gosh, that is adorable. And so you can reheat the surface of the wax if you want the pumpkin to not slide around, and obviously you would trim the wick then before you
Leave it
would light
really
this.
long.
But isn't that cute? Oh, I love
I
it.
think that's so
Oh,
cute.
let's look at the green one.
So again, this is if you were to get our Victorian jar candle kit. and then you wanted to do something to spice it up, make them a little more fun, you could add in our pumpkin mold. And then now you have a green pumpkin.
It's an unripe pumpkin.
An unripe one.
I'm not sure
So
I'm
cute.
liking that.
On the phone, this looks like neon green, so
Really?
it doesn't match quite so good. But it's still cute and very fall.
Very fall. Oh, you know what's really cute? If you had all of these in all different colors and you had them all set up together.
Oh, yeah.
That would be adorable. I would love that. Not really liking the
No.
green on its own so much.
Do you want to check the skull? See what that one looks like?
Why am I taking them out? You can just say that. I want to put the orange one back.
Yeah, the green one doesn't look so good on the
I
camera.
don't like the green one.
The orange one is so cute. That came out such a good color, and I like that it's a little bit of a different orange than the base.
Right? I do like that as well. Ooh, idea. Should we put a little layer of green on it to look like grass?
Right on top. That would be
Or
fun.
fall, like maybe brown to look like some leaves on the bottom.
Or like a pumpkin patch dirt.
Or I could spatter it with different colors in the fall. Don't hurt yourself. I could spatter it with different colors to make it look like little leaves.
See, there's so many things you can do with the kit to make them just a little more fun.
Should I do any of those or should I move on? I don't know.
Why don't maybe we could unmold.
Can't leave them. You can't really see it that much. Okay, but those are other ideas that you can do. Oh,
We can come back to it too.
okay. So the next one, we're looking at little skulls. So
This one's very spooky for Halloween.
This is our little skull dude.
And this one's nicer because you don't even have to color it.
Right. If you're worried about coloring issues, you don't have to.
Funny. That plopped out.
Oh, did you put a little color in them?
I think just from the orange tea and crumpets.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I scented this one. This is an unscented one.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely orange tea and crumpets. Oh, look at all that detail on that.
Yeah, that looks so spooky.
Look at his nose.
It came out of the mold perfect, too.
Yeah, it just popped right out. Again, we're using the 921. The 921 is absolutely great for things that don't have a lot of detail on it. Sometimes slight details
Here's what the
will...
mold looks like.
Yeah, they can like break off with the 921. But this came out
Really good.
So look at the teeth. I mean,
Very
it's little.
spooky.
It's a little guy.
But perfect for just the top.
Yeah. And so again, the same way that we had done it before.
Oh, we love orange tea and crumpets too. Thank you for saying that. And someone said they're going to be trying the 917 wax for melts.
Yeah. No, the 917 is great for melts. It's one of my absolute favorites. Okay, we'll take another one of these little guys. Let's take that off of there. And just...
Yeah, tiny skulls are so fun. Oh, that's so Halloween. That's perfect.
Oh, that's great. And if we wanted to, we could heat the surface of that a little bit and press it in. Or if it's not totally cool, you can press it in a little bit more, and you could actually get a lid on that one. Or you could again put the wax
so
down a little
close.
bit more.
And here's our 2 Halloween spiced up candles now. And here's what the molds look like. And our pumpkin.
Oh, that's cute. I don't even really
Very
like
fun.
skulls. To tell you the
No?
truth. They kind of wig me out, but that...
I like them around
It's
Halloween
adorable.
time.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely give you the feeling of it.
They do.
All right, so that was another one. So
We could do the
let
candies
us-
really quick if you
Candies?
wanted.
Okay, that's
Those will be a quick one.
all right. So I'm taking this one that has a little boo-boo on the top. Natural waxes are going to do that. When you're making a candle, you do want to do a poke and a re-pour all the time. I've seen people at this stage where they go back and they poke it and then they re-pour it. To be perfectly honest, that does little to any good. The wax would then have to be so hot that it could go down little tiny gullies to get in there, and because there's air pressure in there, it's probably not going to go down very far. So really what you want to do is when it's just starting to set up, I move the wick around and get out there that way, and as it sets up a little bit more, that's when I'll do my poke. I will not wait till it's actually a solid surface to do that. And at one point, like I had done cross sections to show people that. I should probably do that again so that people can see, because yeah, I see that and the intentions are great, but unfortunately it probably isn't going to get the wax down where you want it to
Sure.
go. So anyway,
Thank you guys for liking the live. Thanks for showing us some love. We appreciate it.
but if you do want to fix like a surface that's not looking great, keep your heat gun moving, aim it towards the hole. Do not aim it at the wick. You do not want to burn your wicks. This is also a great way of cleaning up the sides.
Thank you.
And then you could just take a hot paper towel, not a hot paper towel, just take a paper towel and go around the sides, and you could clean up the rest of the sides like that. And you can see there's a little air coming up there.
Let's see if we can see.
A little air bubble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean I could poke it and see if anything's coming up. Generally over on the side it's not going to be a real big, it's not going to be a real big air pocket on the sides. They always go to the wick. They try to find the path of least resistance, and that is generally climbing up the wick. So that is that little guy. So this is what you're going to want to do anyway for the candies, is that you want a little bit of a warm surface. And oh, here's our teeny tiny little old-fashioned candy mold. Isn't that cute?
That one I over poured a bit. I was doing these this morning in preparation for the live.
Oh, look at that. So cute.
A little lifesaver.
A little lifesaver. We're just going to put that right in there.
Cute.
Let's see what else. Here's a little, like, what are these called? Like,
I don't know. I would just call it like a hard candy, but that's not already what they're called. And these are so cute for Halloween, like Halloween candy. But then also like the old-fashionedness of it kind of makes me think of like Christmas candy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. Like especially if you did it in like red, yellow, or not yellow, red. What?
And like greens and blues maybe.
Red, green, and white. I think is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
love these in like a butterscotchy color too. And that one that you
Oopsie.
just pulled out is my favorite because those totally we would get all the time on actually 4th of July.
Oh, those little raspberry-like
yes,
ones?
and I loved them.
Oh yeah, because they're all different. Every single one of these is different. If you're gonna do something like this, I would get more than one mold because otherwise you're gonna be sitting
Those
there
look
forever.
super cute
But,
in here.
isn't it? Oh my god, that turned out so cute.
Like something little and the lid will still close and then it's just a little more festive
Yeah, and
with the kit.
that does not take long at all
No.
to do.
And they came out super easy, super clean. So here, now we've got all 3 Halloween editions done.
And what you can do too is you can use gel wax on these, like so if you wanted to do the like a lifesaver one. I don't think I'm allowed to say lifesaver, but
A ring.
rolled candy, it would be transparent.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or if you, like, we've done them to in melt and pour soap, and then they look really cool.
Just don't put that on a candle.
Not on a candle. Separate project if you guys are making
Separate
soap.
project.
It's funny, these are arranged in, like, you know, like, least spooky to most spooky.
Yes, we have that going on. All right, well, wow, that's cooling super, super slow.
It is.
So we're going to move on to doing a Bigfoot. This is one of the most challenging projects that I was planning today. I've never done anything like this before. Oh, and what I didn't do, I need to get some wax made up to cool. So let me do that quick, because what I'm going to do, I have 2 projects left to show you if you're interested. One is I want to create a scene using a Bigfoot. I'm going to use a Bigfoot and gel wax to do that. And then I have these little grasses too. And then the other thing is basically putting in some leaves inside the candle. And so I'll show you how to do all of that.
We just got one comment saying, please remember to show the wax warmer. So
sure.
do you want to talk about the pot again a little?
Sure. Here, this is the wax warmer that we use. You can use a double boiler, which does have water. The reason I don't like using double boilers is because there's water. The reason that you're using it is for the water. But what happens with water is the steam can actually get in the candles and it can destroy your candles. And so while it's great before you know you love candle making, once you figure out that you love candle making and this is what you want to do, invest in one of these Presto pots. These are an indirect heat source, so you can heat the wax right in it, and you want either the kitchen kettle or the options pot. The options pot is a little bit bigger and it can hold up to 8 pounds of wax. Again, you can use a double boiler. It can get water in it. Water destroys wax. If you've ever gotten a candle that's hissing, it's because there's water in the wax. Worst case scenario too is that it goes out because of the water, or it starts spattering the wax all over the place. I've had that happen before.
That's scary.
Yeah, not so much scary as messy.
Right,
And really annoying. And like, you know, like then if you go to blow it out or something and the wax sputters in your eyes or things like that, that's not fun.
No.
you really have to be careful. So like I've seen people before too, like where they've got their double boiler system and they have the pot of wax, which is what you're supposed to do. So you create a double boiler system, you have water in the bottom, and then you have like a double boiler holder, and then you put a dry pot on top of that. That is the best way to create a double boiler system. I've seen people that just take their pots and put it directly into the water, and I really don't like that because it makes it so that almost 100% going to pour water into your wax, which is a huge issue. So if you do it the other way, if you have to make a double boiler system, you have the one pot, you put water in that, you put like a double boiler maker in there or something that's heat resistant, and then you put another pot on top of that, and that pot is dry. You can put your wax right in there, and then you can take small amounts of the wax out of there, or you can put your pot into the dry pot.
And I think I messed up a little bit. They said, no, I meant the wax warmer for wax melts, like the stained glass ones. So those are actually in our showroom. So I can put a video up of those later if you'd like to see those.
Yeah.
And these would all be very nice sizes to have in that wax melter. The Bigfoot we've done, the skull, the pumpkin. So I'm sorry about that. I thought that you meant this wax warmer. But there was a little wax warmer info, just anyways, in case you also wanted that. Sorry about that.
All right, what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to create, so those fall leaves, we want to put into that. So I'm going to need like a little bit of whipped wax. And so I'm going to create just a little bit of that right now.
Here are the
I
leaves.
don't know if it's going to gel in time. Oh my gosh, this is what it's like on the Great British Baking Show. My daughter and I are watching that like crazy.
I love that show.
You know, like you think you know how to do it and it's all going to be fine, and it's just like, yeah, then you forget things that are really important on how to make stuff. So if I just do 4 ounces.
Okay, we'll put it up there for a little bit. The room smells awesome right now too. I'm smelling so much orange tea and crumpets. This is awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, we didn't actually start our tester candles today because it was going to be too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't. And then when we have what do we do with the candling anyway? Oh, it doesn't bother anyone.
No one's mentioned it. We do have one other question though. Do you sell the ladle on your website?
I wish I saw this ladle. This ladle is the best ladle of all ladles in the history of ladles. It is so ergonomic.
And I was like,
It's so ergonomic. It feels so good in your hand. We do not sell it, but I love it. I love it so much. I don't even remember where I got it. I think I got it at Orange Tree Imports, which is a very small store that sells like specialty merchandise that's here in Madison. They do have an online presence if you did want to check them out, if that's where I actually got it. Because knowing me, I don't like to shop on Amazon, and so I would tend to keep it local. I would tend to give them my business.
they said it looks comfortable to work with.
It is really comfortable to work with.
And it's like a good size, like the amount of wax it holds.
Yeah, it holds about 4 ounces of wax, so when I'm trying to like, measure and everything, I can just like go
Almost
4,
eyeball it,
8,
yeah.
12, and like get really close. Yeah, and it doesn't drip all over the place. Yeah, like I have, okay, maybe I don't. Oh, this one's awful. I hate this one.
So the ladle's not on the website, but the pour pot is.
Yeah, and yeah, these are useless. Like, I hate them all. I hate them all. But yeah, I know. I was actually trying to bring something like that in, and I just couldn't even find who makes them or where to go. So yeah, it's like the best thing ever.
You better hope it never breaks.
I know. Well, if I could probably just go back and see if I can add more. Okay, so this is about 2 minutes. It doesn't really matter that it's off the heat right now because I'm trying to make this into a whipped wax. So we are not going to pipe it. I'm like, you're never going to cool down in time. Never, ever, ever. It is like 8 million degrees in here too right now.
It is hot in here.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't even put on my apron.
I've had mine on all day. I think actually I just don't think I've taken it off.
Yeah. I'm wearing an old sweater at least, so that's important. Soy wax is nice. You can wash it out with warm soap and water. When I used to work with paraffin, all the time. Oh my gosh, yeah, I ruined so much nice clothing. We had a storefront on Monroe Street, which is like a real high-end area. Gorgeous storefronts, 15-foot high ceilings, tin-plated ceilings, just gorgeous. And so I would dress really nice, and every day I would ruin my clothes because I would never put my apron on. I just wouldn't. I just don't remember that. But I'm going to go put my cute apron on. Okay.
Okay. And the striped one is finally drying a bit where now you can see the color difference a lot.
Oh, yay!
Okay.
I don't know.
Here, I think this is.
Great, where do I go?
Yeah.
Okay, is this a hole? There you are. Okay, I love my apron so much I should wear it every chance I get. It's from Picador. The woman designs a lot of different things. Thank you. And she doesn't normally just do aprons, and I think she might still have a couple of these left, but these are adorable, and so I had to have it. I even have a little video unboxing it. It makes me happy, so anything that can make you happy. Alright, so this wax is going to take the rest of our lives to cool. I'm really hoping that it's a small amount batch. If you know soy wax at all, once it starts going, it goes fast. So if we could just get it to that point, it would be good. I'm going to keep moving it around.
Do you want me to do that?
What I'm doing is I'm just going to use heat transfer, so every now and then just move it over to try to suck some of the heat out of it. And we will keep going. The Bigfoot, I'm going to use a little bit of gel wax. So that's going to be exciting and potentially harmful. You don't ever want to get gel wax on your fingers or on your body anywhere. Gel wax is really fun, and while it's better than it used to be, it can peel your skin off. So you should always have cold water or something nearby in case you do get it on you, because just trust me, it can get a little scary. This is also why I'm not a great soap maker, because lye scares me. So I get a little nervous about these things. 1500-degree heat gun doesn't bother me for some reason, but gel wax can be a little iffy. And I have gotten it on myself, and it honestly hasn't been that bad. When I got it on when it was new, like 20 years ago, I think I still have a scar. It was on one of my wrists that I had a little string on it. Oh, it was awful. But anyway, it's much better now. They've really changed it so that it's not nearly as bad. Okay, I'm yabbering, but what was I doing? That we're trying to do. I can do a Bigfoot. Okay, so I'm going to make up. Would it be easier to work without glue wick at first? I think so, and I can put it in afterwards. Okay. With the Bigfoot that I'm going to make. So, we made our Bigfoot up.
It's like a ghost Bigfoot.
It is kind of like a ghost. Oh, it is a ghost. We're going to try to get them centered right there-ish. Okay, that's exciting. So, what I'm going to do...
Since we're doing some up close.
Sure.
Up close filming.
I have, Finn has cleaned out this jar for me already, and so you want to use rubbing alcohol, clean out the bottom, especially so that the wood can adhere better. So I'm just going to get this a little warm. We don't want to just totally melt it or anything. I'm going to put the texture down back here. Okay, I can start touching it.
Ooh, that's cool.
I'm going to see if it'll adhere just a little bit. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on it. Is this jar really warm? Probably, but I don't really feel anything. Okay, so I've got that on there. Did I do him cute?
Very cute.
Oh, yay.
Ghost Bigfoot.
Ghost Bigfoot. Okay, I'm going to leave him there because we don't want him to fall off. And now, dun dun dun, this is going to be the tricky part. I have never before done this.
It said very cutesy Bigfoot.
It is.
I think the candles are cutesy. I don't know if the skull is cutesy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't clean off the spoon, and we don't really want to mix. This one looks fine. You don't really want to mix gel wax with soy wax because it will make it opaque. Oh, I should have showed my jiggly bunnies.
Oh, I think there might be on. Oh no, they're in your room.
All right, and so doing this type of thing too, you want to be really careful with, because heat will travel up the metal, and pretty soon it will make it so that it is too hot to handle. So I actually have a telltale sign. So like as it was going up, if it was getting too hot, I could have seen it happening. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, is this gonna work? I don't even know. I don't even know. All right. Okay, so we've got our gel wax. Oh, the gel wax is not ready. Okay, I'm gonna heat this for a little while. And again, 45-degree angle. And you always want to keep your heat gun moving. If you leave your heat gun in one spot, it could burst into flames. Does anybody want to know how I know that? Yeah, I've been doing this for a really long time. I've been doing this for over 37 years, and so yes, I have burst things into flames. I've burst 2 microwaves and miscellaneous many other things. I burst pots of wax into flames, and again, that was because I was messing around with the little dial, the heat dial, because I needed it hot really fast, and they're so touchy, they're so temperamental, and all of a sudden, like I literally turned around and there was like a pot of flames.
Oh no.
So yeah. Yay! Okay, now is it getting too much now?
I don't know. I don't know what we're exactly end goal is.
Okay, end goal is that we still, okay, put that like up in that area.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting.
Yeah.
It was like perfect a second ago, and now
And it
it's.
just goes. All right, let's just keep that there. Keep an eye on it if you don't mind.
Yes.
That if it starts going, take it off. The gel wax that I'm using, I'm not going to scent. Gel wax should only be scented with gel-safe scents. There are so few of them that are available. It's not technically a wax, and so you do need to be very careful with it. But what we're going to do is we're going to use such a small amount of it. Okay. That just to give our Bigfoot a little stability, security. All right, so I've got some gel wax that's warm on top. I'm just gonna try that. Okay, here we go. How do I get in there? Let's see here. So yeah, I'm doing this just as kind of a glue to hold the Bigfoot in place. The problem with gel wax also is that it is much hotter than soy wax. So if you are trying to do something like this, you definitely need to use a higher melt point.
Carissa asked, is there a way to do that with paraffin?
Which part?
Do you mean the Bigfoot part?
This part probably is what she's talking about, like the glue.
Yes,
You
she
can,
said.
but no. And what I mean is that the whole reason I'm using gel wax is because it's sticky and it will literally adhere to the sides of this container. If I were to use paraffin, as it would cool, it would contract and it would just fall off. And so this is glue, basically. I want to glue that Bigfoot to the side of that container. And also, this is going to be kind of cool, I'm hoping, that it's going to create like this little 3D effect. The other thing we want to do is we want to give Bigfoot some grasses to hide behind. We're thinking like Bigfoot's in a swamp. And so we were working quick, so
We got bluish grass and yellow grass.
it's going to be like from a distance.
That one's pretty green.
Yeah.
This one, I was going to make fall grass, but then it was just yellow grass.
So somebody lost the pliers.
Yeah, I could not find those today at all. I'm sure they're right in front of me, but I cannot locate
They're
them.
right in front of me too. Okay, I'm going to use the chicken. And we're just going to try to... Oops. Nope, that did not work. Oops. It's like a Bigfoot crown.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So we're just putting that behind him so it'll give a little more detail. And so the grass mold, the Bigfoot mold, and the jars that come in a kit are all available on our website. You can also get the wax on the website and the colorants on the website.
Okay. Thank you, chicken. Okay. All right. I'm going to let that fully set up now because it's probably... Oh, you can't really see it behind it like I wanted.
Oh, but that's so cool that he's floating.
My idea was that I wanted a little more grass to come out. I'm gonna try...
The yellow grass.
Yeah. We do have other grass molds, which I think your idea for that longer grass would have been better.
Here's what another grass mold on our website looks like.
I think that one would have been better. But
We've used this one to make very cool hand soaps with the Bigfoot, if you've seen that on our page.
I just want it to be kind of... And so now it's like melted. I mean, it's not melted, sorry, it's like frozen now.
Oh.
So it's not gonna stick in here that well, but it's still sticking, so...
Thank you guys for all the love, by the way. We love seeing the likes and everything.
Yeah. If you guys want to love us some more, that'd be great. Why aren't you sticking now? No?
Almost.
Little bug. Alright. Well.
Let's see.
Through the grass.
Very fun.
Alright, well, we'll see if that works later. Okay, so.
Here's an update on our
Actually-
striped candle, too.
That one's setting up nice. Okay. Actually, I can get this one wicked now that we have that in there. So, what you're going to do when you wick is you always get a straw.
Here, there's one over here.
We use actually compostable corn straws. So it doesn't matter if they break over time, we can just throw them right in our composter. But the straw is very important because we're using high temperature. You must use high temperature glue. Otherwise, if you use low, as soon as you pour your wax, it's just going to pop right out. So you have to alcohol the bottom, use high temperature glue, and what we do is we give it a big old squeeze. We give more than you think you're going to need. Aim for the middle, press it with your straw, and voila.
Perfect. Cool. I can never get them quite so centered. That was a good job right in the middle.
Was it right in the middle? Oh yeah.
If you guys see my notebook in the way, I had my little bullseye from earlier.
So what you're going to do then with that too is you're going to let that sit for a moment. I'm just going to take down a little bit of that gel off the sides, peel it off, make it look a little cleaner. Should we finish that guy up?
The only other one that we were planning on doing was to do the twisting swirl candle.
And the leaves.
Oh, and the leaves. We had two more.
Oh gosh, do you really want to stay that long? I don't know.
Centered isn't my thing. I think.
I'll keep going if people
Yeah.
want to watch. Okay, what color should we do for a background for the Bigfoot? Oh, this is what we use for our more professional candles. It actually, so I see a lot of people out there that they use like popsicle sticks where they just let it hold. It doesn't keep it centered. It causes it to go slack sometimes, and so if it goes slack when it gets hot, it's going to create a really bad candle because the wick will just start going back and forth and it's not going to burn properly. So what I do is I use these to hold it in place. I put my finger in there, and we do sell these on the website, and then I put the wick in, and then you can pull the wick up a little bit and then make it taut. So now it's not going to move all over the place. Okay, 6 ounces of wax coming up. And what are we doing? What color should we do?
Maybe a green.
A green?
We could mix a green with the.
Okay. like trees and grasses and
Yeah.
running through.
Or I could see like
I'm
a
seeing
brown
this.
too.
I'm seeing this. Okay, I can do that. Okay. All right. That's red. That's. How about another pot? How's that one doing?
It's some of it is still pretty solid. Now some of it is a little liquid.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's what we want. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 6 ounces. That's about 4. Oh, and there's some in there already, so it might have a little too much. Okay, 6 ounces. Oh, we're out of scent.
Should we grab a different scent?
No, that's okay. We're just gonna make it like this.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if any of the pieces in that one are scented.
I have to stop pushing the wrong button. It's like I've never done this before. Oh yeah, that's only 0.1 ounces. That's gonna be really super lightly scented.
Behind you is the big bottle if you want to grab it
Okay.
off the table.
Okay. So
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too. This is our Tuesday at live at 2.
yeah, that's okay. Math in the head.
Yeah, she said look at the cute aluminum bottles. If you look over
yeah.
here, we have all of our scents in the aluminum bottles now.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a green, which we all know from school is blue and yellow. Do we want it dark or do we want it light? Anybody gonna give me any?
Yeah, if you guys comment, I will say the first one of what color we should make for the background of our Bigfoot.
Light or dark?
She said she loves the spin thing. If you look at our page, I've been doing a series where I spin that and I pick a random scent off of it and highlight that in some creation, either soap or candle or melt. So I like spinning it too.
Yeah. Spin it to win it. Okay. So what I did was actually creating a teal because I was more blue than yellow. I should use more yellow than blue. So I'm going to do a lot of dye. You can use a lot of dye with our flutter dyes. They don't clog wicks. You can use up to like 16 before they will start having ill effect. You never really need to go more than 4 to even get the darkest of colors. Our black, I think, is 4 to get black even. So this is a really pretty teal that I just made.
Hey, that's good too. We said he was like in a swampy area, so that makes sense.
So if you ever are making candles and you want to know what color it's going to be, make sure your dye is all melted first, which it's not. So this does get a little harder if you don't have a heat gun to do this type of stuff. But if you're at home, you'd be working with hot wax, and it should be okay. Okay, so if you do want to do like a little tester, you would just make a little blob.
Ooh, that looks pretty.
Yeah, and it's never going to be that color when it's done. So what you'd have to do is if you really cared, you would have to wait till that is fully dry before you know what the true color is. A lot of colors, especially pinks and reds, you have to wait till they're cold to see what the color is going to be. This is probably going to be a lighter shade. It's still going to be on the blue side, but I'm going for it. So,
Woohoo!
yay, us! Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat the outside of the jar again, and I do this so we don't get jump lines.
I'm excited to see this when it's finished.
I know, I'm really nervous, Finn.
So this is a mix of 3 different of the waxes that we sell. So we've got the gel wax holding it up, the 921 is what the cutouts are made of, and then we're pouring the 464. Ooh, he looks spooky. He totally looks like a ghost.
You totally can't see the grasses behind him, can you?
Not so much. But maybe, well, actually, the one on the bottom, yes, we can see. I can see.
Yeah.
The yellow, we can see a little bit on this side, like poking through right here. That looks super cool, though. He totally looks like a little ghost.
You know, what you could do is you could do a thicker layer then of gel wax and kind of incorporate those other grasses in there, and that would definitely make it so if you wanted to see the grasses again, this is our first time ever even thinking about doing something like
this is something I learned just this week too, is I didn't know that we could put so many different kinds of wax into a candle.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's going through the swamp right now.
He's active. He's on a mission.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we've got this Halloween candle and all of these Halloween candles, and the base of them is our Victorian jar candle kit
Okay.
that we've been highlighting on TikTok lately.
All right, so now
I love the candies.
this is one of my favorite things to work
Also
with,
showing.
with wax. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get like a little glue almost. We're going to use this as a glue. We're not going to pipe it or anything like that. So what I need to do is I need to wick this jar again. I can wick it afterwards again. I can do that. Okay, so first of all, warm it up. I'm running out of space.
I know, we've got so many candles out here. Here are some of just the plain Victorian jar candles, and then our extra candles.
And when you're warming a jar, you never, even though I only want it to go on one part, you still want to warm it evenly, because unevenly warmed glass can crack. So, just give it a little warm all the way through. Can't tell. I think that's warm. Oh, I see it melting down there. Must have been. Okay, so we're gonna take these, and you want the flattest side possible, and also the side with the most color.
And I made these leaves by pouring some wax, marbling it, and then using our leaf cutout, cookie cutter type.
And we do sell those too. All right, so I think 2 is what we're going to be able to do.
To fit, yeah.
And so if anybody
We put one on
noticed
top.
what I was doing, actually I don't know if 2 is going to look cute. I think they're too big. You think they're good?
We can try it.
Okay.
We're just giving ideas here.
Yeah. Okay, so see this slush? This is perfect. This is what we want. This is glue. So if you were going to use a color, you would put it in here.
Yeah.
I forgot that part.
That's okay.
So,
we can do a nice white one. We haven't done that
it's
yet.
gonna be white. So you're gonna just slap it in there.
It kind of looks like pudding.
Kind of smells like pudding.
It does. It smells so good.
Okay.
So this technique would work with like any cutout mold.
Yes.
It'd be cool.
I used to have the rights to do badger candles, which is a really interesting process if anybody ever wants to know about that. And so we would put the W's
That's cool.
like this.
I'm excited to use our sweater cutouts too in a couple weeks. Maybe we'll make a candle like this. Leaves.
That we're going to now want to sit, because now that will act as a glue so that it doesn't fall, so the leaves don't fall back into the jar. There are a couple of other ways that you can do this. You can have, what I used to do is like put things on both sides, and then I would make chunks of different wax if it's white or whatever, and then you'd put that in, and then you'd basically put in so much that you'd wedge it in there so that the pieces couldn't slide down, they couldn't move, and then you would pour the hot wax in, and that would get into all the little cracks and crevices, and you probably want to pound it too a little bit to get rid of any air pockets. When you're trying to make a good quality candle, you don't want extra air in, you want your candle filled throughout with wax. This is more of a lipped wax. This isn't a totally lipped wax. This is going to have more air in it than just pouring it. So anytime you increase the amount of air in a candle, you may need to retest your wicks. Again, this is such a small amount that it's most likely not going to affect how it burns, but you'd always still want to test things. If this were all whipped, it would very much change how it works. One of the things I'm known for is making marbleized looking pillar candles, and we would totally whip the wax. But what I would do is I would put that on the side and I would squish it over to the side, and then I would put hot wax in the middle so that it would burn beautifully.
Yeah, someone said they tried to add an embed in the bottom of their candle, added the wax on top, and then it melted. So they learned their lesson. I've done that too.
Oh, that's what this does too. It's going to protect that embed.
Oh, so when you pour hot wax next. I
Yep.
see.
It's going to definitely help it a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay. And you can do different colors. Like if you want this to be a background, we could put a brown in there. That might be kind of fun.
Hi, Destiny's Wax Shop.
Hi.
Happy to see you guys.
All
So for a recap, do you want to recap all the candles we made so far? So we showed how to get a clean stripe if we were going to do striped candles, how to get a clean diagonal line, and then we've got candy topper, pumpkin topper, skull topper. We've got our ghost Bigfoot hanging out over there, and then we're going to have some fall leaves done over here.
So we could put another stripe on here too for
Sure.
people that haven't seen.
Destiny said she loves how helpful we both are.
Oh, thank you.
That's very nice of you to say, but I don't always help so much with
You're learning so much. So, I mean, and you know, that's you're here for media stuff, and like the fact that you are so interested and excited and learning stuff, I appreciate it. So,
well, thank
okay,
you.
let us. Oh, you know what would be fun too? So you can do all kinds of different things. Like if we wanted to put a pumpkin in there and surround it with gel wax, we could. But you know, that's really going to affect the wicking. So if this is something you're trying to sell, you definitely would have to know which wick would work with all of this, because not all wicks work with all waxes, scents, combinations, blah, blah, blah. But for looks, it could be really fun. Should we try that?
Sure. Thank you for sharing the live, by the way.
Oh, yay.
We love that.
Huh.
We could do that. Otherwise, we've got a lot of candles going on right now.
Stay with stripes?
We could. Whatever you're feeling.
I don't know. I'm feeling everything.
We've got a half pumpkin ready to go.
Yeah, that pumpkin might look weird and...
True, yeah. It'd have to be a full pumpkin.
Okay, we'll just do stripes. Okay, what kind of stripe should we do? I've got a green here that I could do.
Yeah, add a green in. That'd be fun.
Do you want-
Oh, you don't like the green? Never mind, never mind.
Sorry, the parents are fighting. Actually, I'm going to unplug my... Okay, I don't know. Do I want green? I kind of don't.
Okay, let's not do green.
Okay, let's just do white.
Okay, I like
But
white.
it is orange tea and crumpets. Is that going to be okay?
Well, I think there's room for probably 2 stripes yet, right? So we could do a white and then maybe an orange.
You know what I can do?
Said love, Wild South said they love the idea of the kits, and now they just have to choose a scent.
Ah!
And yeah, this Victorian jar kit, you can choose any of the scents that we offer,
Push the wrong button every single time.
and we will get the corresponding wick for you. So all you have to do is pick the scent.
Yeah, Alana. We'll help you out.
And thank you, Cantu Customs, for sharing. We love that.
Who shared?
Cantu Customs.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think I've ever said. Wait, what?
That's
There-
Kim.
Oh, I was like, I've seen your account a million times. I don't know if I've ever said the name out loud.
Yeah, I know. It's when you say something out loud, it can be very different. But I know that's Kim.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
And Antoinette was on here before. I don't know if they're still on here. And Carissa was on here. So thank you, everybody. And Destiny's, I don't know what your name is actually. Oh, and I don't know if you want to share it on here either. So maybe I shouldn't be saying things. Okay. Let's see. Let's just do a little bit. I'm gonna do. I want a smaller stripe.
Oh, her name is Destiny.
Oh,
I guess we should have maybe guessed that one. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
And to update you, we're at 9.3 thousand likes right now.
Wow! Wow! Can we hit 10,000?
I think so.
Ooh, thanks everybody. That is so appreciated. Maybe I'll give somebody one of these candles.
We do have quite a few candles sitting out here.
If you order and you mention a candle, I can send it to you. Though I can't absolutely
Guarantee
that
it'll
we
still-
scented it correctly because I'm kind of like not thinking about that. Okay, so I'm just making a tiny little layer, and I'm getting very waxy. I'm not normally. I am not gonna lie to you. I am not a clean candle maker, but this is even for me is getting to be a little bit much. So taking a breath. Okay, so if you weren't here before, how you do a stripe is you slowly turn it, having your heat gun hit it at a 45-degree angle. You will start to see the wax change colors. You don't want to melt it. You just want to start it there. That I might have actually melted a little bit.
And we actually just hit 10,000 likes, so that was pretty quick, you guys. Thank you. I just looked up, noticed it, and then immediately we were there.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And so when you are pouring too, you don't want to remelt the wax, and so you keep it moving so you're not hitting it. Because if you hit it in just one spot, guess what's going to happen? You're going to melt it, and then it's going to put streaks in your candles. And while that can look cool, that's not what everybody wants to go for. And again, the reason that I heated that one layer is so that it doesn't have jump marks.
Right.
Or any sort of lines on it. And again, I don't know who's all been here, so I'm going to sneak over here.
She said,
I'm going to show you what we're trying not to do. We're trying not to get those lines. While it's a very pretty rustic looking votive, if you don't want that, this is how you do that.
Can't You Custom said, that's like being a soaper. It's not clean at all. And yeah, I've been making lots of soap lately, and
God.
I feel like my hands are just covered the whole time.
Yeah, and it's like you're making soap. And can I just say that cleaning up soap dishes is the world's hardest thing in the whole wide world. We actually bought, we went on Craigslist and we bought a dishwasher just to wash the soap dishes. Because it's like we should not have to sit here for half an hour cleaning out soap.
Wild South,
soap things.
they said they're a disaster when they soap too.
Yeah, well, and that's how I'm with candle making a lot of times, because I'm so into the mode. I'm just like going. But my last store, when I was leaving, I had sold the building, and I looked up, and there was wax on my ceiling. Granted, the ceilings were a little lower than this, but
That's impressive.
who does that? Like I did also give classes and parties there, so I'm gonna blame it on all of them.
Yeah, somebody else probably
Yeah,
did
it
it.
wasn't me. Wasn't me. Okay, so
Is
that,
this one ready for another
yeah, it
layer,
does look
or is
like
it
that.
still?
So yeah, you want to be really careful when you're doing your diagonals that if the center is liquid, it's gonna plop into the other things, and that's
but that
not
was
what you
good.
want. So you really do want it pretty solid. And the nice thing about soy wax is super forgiving, and so you can get layers together when it's cold, pretty much. Oh, so here's the green. Here's the color that the Bigfoot's gonna be.
Ooh. Okay, it looks so different in person, and then I'm
Right?
looking through the
Here.
camera. It's way more actually
Oh, even from that.
green.
Yeah.
But in the phone, it's a little more blue.
Oh, this is so crazy looking. It really does look like he's gonna go through a swamp. I like my idea though. I think
do
the
too.
gel wax, like gluing it down, I think it's gonna work. And I think like if I had taken a little bit more time and really sealed the edges, I don't think any of that
Yeah.
other wax would have come through. Though, honestly, it's
I mean, if
not
you weren't
bad.
making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 other candles right now.
Yeah, but and I don't even get to make candles much anymore, but when I do make candles, I usually make about 20 at a time, so.
Yeah,
Like-
all different too, like this.
No, that's true. No, but yeah, my brain is like explodes and like just goes into candles, and so this is so fun. All right, so which one should we finish up? I was gonna do this one.
Sure.
All right.
And if we don't finish one on here and you guys want to see it finished, just leave a comment or comment on our other videos and I will post it tomorrow.
I cleaned up. Okay. All right. So, we were gonna do this one in shades of autumn, but that red,
Do an orange, like a bright orange or a darker orange.
bright orange. Okay.
Can match your apron.
I love my apron. How many times can I say I love my apron? And again, the wax that we're using, because it's what comes
go
with
up
the
here.
kit, is all 464, except for the topper. The toppers are all done in 921, BW 921. it's a higher melt point wax. It comes out of the mold. If we were to try to use the 464 in there, we would be very, very sad. You could actually kind of sort of use it. You would probably have to freeze it to get it out. That's introducing water vapor to the piece. You would then want to make sure that that sits out for quite a long time to make sure you get rid of all the water vapor before you would put it on anything. And it would be pretty mushy. So it just, yeah, it's not my favorite wax. I mean, I know that people don't want to like have a bunch of different waxes, but getting some of the 921, even if it's like a pound just to make fun little things, is really kind of the way to go. I think personally. Okay, so we did 3 ounces.
I think so.
Okay. So, we want to tip it the other way.
So we would do like a V.
With just a little, or do we want to do a little thin layer?
What do you guys think? Would you rather see 3 layers or just 2 layers?
Or we can even do it.
And I've got a screen over here so I can see the answers.
Or just do stuff.
Yeah, or we can just whatever we're feeling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Say they love layers, so whichever. I think it'll be good.
Okay. I can do something. I have more loop box. We don't need the gel wax in it, right? Is that? Okay. So, do I have anything that resembles white? Yes. Okay, let's put that one there. Thank you. Now I need. Oh, by the way, this is a working warehouse. I'm really surprised and happy that people have been going through it. They've been going the long way, so thank you.
They said 2 layers because there would be more work. It would be. We've been doing a lot of candle work today.
Oh gosh. Okay, don't touch that. Yeah, we're not going to do this. I'm just going to make them don't touch that.
Carissa said, I want to make that Bigfoot candle, but I don't have gel wax. Oh boy, another wax to play with.
Oh my gosh. Carissa, you're going to like...
You could try this method too with the whipped up wax behind it to see. It would be a little different, but another way to do it.
I could put a stripe on that and then finish it off. I kind of just want to put a little something in it, but yeah, okay. But what you're going to want to do again...
Did you catch it?
I did.
Oh wow, we'll have to cut that one. Later, use that.
Yeah, it's real life. Okay.
No, that was a good catch.
Thank you. And so again, so I don't have a jump line.
We have a question. How well does scent hold in the gel wax?
I would not use scent if you don't have to.
Okay.
You can only use gel-safe scents, and so that really limits you to what you can use. And our scent so far, I think I found 2 that are truly gel-safe, and plus, yeah. So it can hold fine. That's not really a problem. It's just, yeah, gel wax is weird. I would scent the other parts. I'm gonna just, what am I doing? What did I decide to do?
I don't know.
I don't either. Is this hot? I want to do more fun things, so sorry guys. I'm doing things. I don't know what it is. Okay. Oh, that'd be so cute with a pumpkin in it. Okay.
We could save it and we could finish it up tomorrow in a video too if we want to
We
do
could do something else. Yeah, you guys don't have to stay with me the whole time. Okay, this one. Okay, so here is our
Like,
leaves.
oh yes, like the growing heart candle.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I did not press this one down enough. I should have heated this a little bit more and pressed it and made sure it stuck. And I didn't take the time to do that, and so that's why we're getting more under here, more wax under here. So we'll still have one piece. All right, so I gotta, oh shoot. I got wing. I thought we were done with it. Okay, so again, when you're wicking a jar, take your straw, ours are corn-based, so you can compost them, put it through there, and this way you're not gonna get hot glue on your fingers, and that you can direct it easier too. high melt.
Oh no.
High melt glue. Oh boy. This glue gun has seen better days. I wonder how old this glue gun is. And I generally give it like 2 full pulls. And since I've had it turned off, I'm just going to sit here and talk for a few seconds and wait for a few seconds.
I'm going to start cleaning one of these out.
And that's it. Okay, and then so I just give 2 full pulls, give more glue than you think you need, and shoot. Again, your bottom part is going to be rubbed with alcohol so that you can have that adhere nicely. And then you just let it sit for a moment so that it doesn't come out. And put on your, I don't know, can people see this? Where I am?
Yeah, do you want a closer review?
I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I put on the wood holder and it's head up. So now, tighten it. I get the slack out of it. It's going to be about 5 ounces left. I think we're going to brown. So we've got this white left. I don't need, well, I could need more layers. But I also have, what color is this? I don't know.
This one we got.
Is this my old gel wax? Or is this?
I think the gel wax is over there now.
Do you know what color this is?
It might have been the pink stripe.
Is that?
Or maybe that is my very original base color.
Alright,
That one was still out.
I think we're doing a little, I don't know what we're going to do. So, I have no idea right now how much wax is in it. Because this is the fun thing when you're doing a kit. You can measure it out. These are all pre-scented, by the way, too, so it's not like I'm going to be having to know how much there is to add scent to them. These are just my leftover dregs. So, this is kind of what it's going to be. Don't burn yourself. Oh, I think we wanted to do orange, right? Let's add a little more yellow. I don't know what you're doing anymore. Whee! This is fun. Okay. So I added another yellow just to get it, because I added, there was like pink or red or something in one of them. Just rewarming all this. We're going to do this. I'm hoping it's going to be cute, that it kind of just blends in
Yeah.
on the leaf one. Oh, we didn't do the rolling one too.
We'll put a video up of that one tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want, or...
I don't know. I don't think we have any more jars.
I know, I was gonna say, I think we're out.
I could just do it on the top of that one, but it wouldn't really go up. Okay, so then again, pre-warm your jar. But don't make it so warm that your stuff starts falling down. I just give it a quick warm in the front so that it doesn't get too uneven. And oops. Is there a little chunk of something? Don't do that. Alright, so what do we think? Do we think that that's like an ounce left?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Do I have anything else? I have, is that your red there?
I think it was orange, so go ahead and use that one if you
Okay,
want.
yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's the base color.
Oh yeah, it's like that peachy orange.
Yeah.
That's pretty. And so doing things like this too, you're gonna get some different effects. This is fun. Oops, I'm not meaning to go down the wick, it just kind of is. And you can like wait a little longer for it to get a little more solid. And this is actually going to probably put like a little bit of swirl in it. Because this wax is pretty cool, so putting it in cool is going to help it just kind of stay on the top. But that is it. I think that's all we're going to do.
Cool.
So again, thank you guys so much for coming in and spending time with us. I really greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the hearts and the love. If you are interested in anything, you can contact us. The best way to do it is customer@candlecocoon.com, and then we can converse with you directly. If you do want to talk to us on TikTok, that's fine too. It does take us a couple days sometimes to get back to that. The link is in the bio, and we hope that you follow us, like us. We do have if you want more one-on-one action with me and some of the other folks that are here too, make sure that you check out our Facebook page. We do have a private group. So we have a Candle Cocoon page on Facebook, and then we have a private group. So those are other places that you can find us. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions, if you want, need, like anything, and
yeah, really quick. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday too. And yes, we do just have the one account on TikTok. We both use it. So sometimes you'll see both of us, videos from both of us. So
yeah.
thank you for the questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Bye.